Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a new week, Monday 5 Live. Hope you all had a lovely weekend and are rearing to go in this week, first day of the week. Today, we are going to be talking about a moment in time can change everything. And I want to talk to you about this because I've been reflecting in my book writing journey about the moment that changed everything for me. So significantly that I had to write about it, firstly, but also I feel the need to talk about it as well, because I've seen what one moment has done for me in my life, and I want to share it, and I want other people to start thinking about what that could mean for them. So if we rewind to January 2018, I was so sick, so sick, the sickest I've ever been, physically and mentally. I was going through some really bad stuff with my health, and I remember the day that changed everything for me. And now 4.5 years later, I look back and think, imagine if I hadn't made that decision. What would my life be like? Where would I be? What would my health be like? I'm actually going to read you the introduction to my book number 2, Full of Beans. You can see the banner behind me. I know it's backwards. I don't know how to change it. It happens every time, and every time I get people saying, why is your banner always backwards? The answer is I don't know, and I don't know how to change it. If you guys know how to change it, please let me know. I would love to be able to put it around the right way. So yeah, Full of Beans, book 2. I'm going to read you the introduction to this book. It's actually just gone into editing on Friday. I have been assigned an editor for my book, and I'm hoping that it will be in my hands by about early September, all going well. So the introduction of this book I'm going to read to you now. I think it's significant. It certainly is significant for me, and I think it will be for you when you put it in the context of your own life. It's not very long, so I'm just going to read it to you. And the introduction is called A Momentous Moment. Is there a time in your life that you look back on and realize with hindsight its profound significance? A moment that changed everything. A moment that, without it, you wonder where you'd be now? Mine was the day I decided to pursue a plant-based diet, more commonly known as becoming plant-based. I had no clue how to go about it, what it would be like, and whether I could stick with it. Very, very sick, and I would do anything to get better. The motivation behind adopting a plant-based diet will be unique to each individual, yet there will always be a common theme. Whether it's for health, animal welfare, or environmental reasons, the guiding light will always be because it just feels right. It feels right to be healthy. It feels right to protect animals and our environment. It certainly feels right to cling to hope that things can and will be better in the world. At a time when so much threatens our survival and happiness, it's more important than ever to find something that provides a sense of security where we can thrive. This desire isn't unique to humans. Plants want this too. Their ultimate mission is to put down roots in healthy soil, then reach their full potential by basking in sunlight and moisture. They harness the power of the natural elements so they can become full of colour and vibrancy and abundant in superpowers, otherwise known as nutrients. Plants are a potent life force, and they exist on this earth to help other living beings reach their potential too. What an incredible gift. Sadly, many of us won't reach anywhere near our full potential because we don't understand how to nurture our physical, mental, and emotional health. We exist, wither, and die because there are very few other options when we don't look after ourselves. Then there are those of us who will fulfill the life we were destined to lead, who will prosper and shine. It's not because we're better or smarter or fell from the lucky tree and hit every branch on the way down. It's because we do one very simple thing. We appreciate the gifts provided by the earth and we eat them. We allow their superpowers to infiltrate every muscle, organ, and cell, where they create all kinds of magic to make our insides sing. Then we repeat the process, day after day after day. What could be simpler than that? I believe you have picked up this book because you want more out of life and you're seeking to evolve. The desire to live our truth, fulfill our purpose, and reach our incredible potential happens not only when we consistently work on improving ourselves physically and mentally, but also when we are willing to step beyond our comfort zone and try new things. I would go so far as to say that being the best version of ourselves is not possible without optimal health, because health is what gives us the capacity to strive for and reach our dreams. In my opinion, the best chance we have of enjoying the life we were given is by looking after the vessel we were born into. And as you're about to discover, the plant-based lifestyle is second to none for optimal health. Not only will this way of life supercharge the healing process and make you feel incredible, it will also give you the energy and desire to think outside the confines of the world you occupy and prompt you to ask some bigger questions. Who am I? What do I want? Who do I want to be? Why am I here? And when you start to answer those questions and follow where they lead, that's when the real magic happens. When I first started writing this book, I had no intention of it being a sequel to From Living Hell to Living Well. But as I went along, I realized in many ways that it is. My first book is all about teaching the reader the fundamental principles to take charge of their health so that by the end, they have enough information to get the process underway. Both books can certainly stand alone, but I believe this one takes the concept of living well and then catapults it into the stratosphere. In other words, follow the guidelines in book 1 and you'll be well on the way to feeling awesome. But then kick it up a notch or 20 by adopting the plant-based diet. My main motivations behind writing this book can be summarized into two main points. The first is to provide easy to understand, straightforward information to those who are either curious about the plant-based lifestyle and need some guidance with how to go about it, or for those whose health is suffering and they are desperately searching for answers. The second is to highlight the incredible life-changing sense of energy, vibrancy, and well-being that occurs when plant-based foods form the basis of our diet. My ultimate hope is that you will read it, think, I can do this, and become inspired to experience this beautiful way of life for yourself. And maybe, just maybe, this could be your momentous moment in time that changes everything. So that was the introduction to my second book, Full of Beans. Thank you to those of you who are listening. I wanted to read that to you because I think, we get so caught up in being on the treadmill of life, and it's really important to think, we've got to think about where we want our lives to go. And when you think about how fast our lives are going, well, certainly for me, I can't believe how fast my life goes. What I want to get across is that all it takes is one decision, one moment that can change your entire life. And I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, if you start following a plant-based diet, your life will change. And it will change to the point that you actually can't believe. That's what's happened for me. I never thought, yes, I thought that, okay, if I start paying attention to my diet, I'm going to get better. This was when I was really sick 4.5 years ago. When I first adopted a plant-based diet, my hope was that it would help me recover. Not only did it help me recover, once I got out the other side, I just could not believe the kind of person that I'd become in terms of my mental capacity, my physical capacity, and as I mentioned in the introduction, the ability and desire to start asking bigger questions of myself. I wasn't prepared to just stand still in my life and plod, because I had the energy to think bigger. I had the energy to think, okay, what do I want to do? Like, who do I want to be? Who do I want to become? And what is my purpose here? If I've got 40 years left on this earth, or hopefully a little bit more, I want to make the most of those years. And I can assure you that most people, and I'm seeing it around me all the time, not just with my clients, but with the people around me, they are stuck because their health is not good. It might not be really bad. They might not be suffering from chronic illness yet. They are either on their way there, or they're just feeling average because the food that they are eating is not supporting them. And when you can eat food that supports you physically, mentally, and emotionally, your life will just take off. I promise you that. If you can stick with a plant-based diet 90% of the time, 95% of the time, which is what I do, I allow myself that 5% to have a few other things occasionally. That 95% is what has completely transformed my life to the point where I actually feel now like I'm stepping into the person I was meant to be, or that I am. I'm living my purpose. I'm finding my meaning. And this is why I had to write this book, because I want people to understand how easy it is. If you're feeling average, if you're not feeling great, if you think that there's more to life, I want you to know that your moment to change that can be the moment you decide to take control of what you're eating and start eating foods from the earth. Nutrient dense, whole, fresh foods from the earth will absolutely change your life. I think I'll leave it there for today. Hope you guys enjoyed that, for those of you who are listening. And actually I came across a really neat quote this morning, which I'm going to share with you. And that is, your thoughts are the architect of your destiny. And all it takes is one thought and one moment and one decision, and you can completely change your life. I hope you enjoyed that. As always, my book is for sale at the moment. Pre-release sale price $19.95 plus $5 postage. I'll post the link in the comments. Grab yourself a copy, or grab a copy for someone who you think might benefit from it. This book has got everything you need to know about why you should follow a plant-based diet, what a plant-based diet is. It gives you all the information you'll ever need. You don't need to go plowing through textbooks with data and facts and figures. This condenses it all into straightforward information, and it also gives you the how to get started, how to stock your kitchen, how to deal with social situations, how to shop, how to cook, including some recipes at the back. So this is your guidebook. If you're on the fence, you're not sure, but you feel like there's more to life, plant-based diet is where it's at. I promise you that. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for today. Hope you all have a nice day, have a great week, and we'll catch you same place, same time next week. Bye, everybody.